I completely forgot about the deadline.
Real ID enforcement begins today. We're live at the San Diego International Airport monitoring the TSA lines for travelers this morning.
I hope there's a pope that is like Jesus.
The conclave is about to begin, when we could learn who will be the next pope.
Suspected smugglers are under arrest after a boat overturned at a local beach, where they were found, plus tragic details about children who were on board.
Housing is just really expensive in San Diego.
High prices are changing the way people buy homes in San Diego. It's 6 a.m. on Wednesday, May 7th. Then you're up with CBS 8.
So glad you're with us on this Wednesday. It is 6 a.m. right now. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Nada Iranpour, and hopefully you're going to like this forecast.
Yeah.
Meteorologist Evan Noorani's been warning us. Things are going to get heated up.
Yeah,
heated
heating
up.
up.
They're heating up. Yes.
Things are heating up.
It's getting
Things are
hot
going
here.
to get heated,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Sure.
Perfectly timed for Mother's Day weekend, too.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday, the two warmest days that we have in the forecast. Today is the day where that marine layer has already started to show some weakness, meaning that it's patchy. It's much less intense than it has been for past mornings. You can see with the last couple hours it brought us, it's already some partial clearing, which means that we are on track for a sunny afternoon. There's that trough of low pressure off to the east of us. That could bring us a few residual showers over the mountains today. Temperatures for today, upper 60s out by the coast, mid 70s as you look inland. I'll send things back over to YouTube.
New this morning, at least one person is dead following this crash in Lakeside. It happened just after 1 this morning in the westbound lanes of Interstate 8 near Lake Jennings Park Road. It's not clear what led up to this crash, but the California Highway Patrol says the car was on fire when officers arrived there on the scene. As you can see, the car was found overturned next to that tree. The victim has not yet been identified.
The day is finally here. Starting today, people need to have a federally compliant ID. That's to pass through airport security and access federal facilities.
Delays are expected at TSA checkpoints at airports nationwide. A live look at JFK Airport in New York, also expected to be pretty busy there. CBS 8's Regina Yarita this morning live at the San Diego International Airport. And Regina, what do people need to do if they don't have this ID? We know a lot of people don't have it yet.
Yeah, definitely a lot of people who still don't have the real ID, and that's okay because you could use your passport. If you have a global entry, you can also use that. Active duty identification, or if you're a retired military veteran, you can also use that. Now, I want to show you the TSA line here for Terminal 2. You can see really not that much of a line. It seems like it's running pretty smoothly. People are able to, pass right into TSA and head to their gate. But again, enforcement for that real ID does start today. So spokespersons for the San Diego International Airport are asking, or at least letting you know, that there could be possible delays at the TSA lines because of this real ID enforcement. But I already went through some of the alternative forms that are acceptable, like a U.S. passport, the Department of Homeland Security Trusted Travelers Card, which is also a global entry, an active duty or retired military ID. Now, more than 40,000 passengers depart from the San Diego airport each day, and with the beginning of real ID enforcement, there could be some possible delays. It's why we're reminding people that enforcement is beginning today. So to determine if a California driver's license is real ID compliant, you have to look for a golden bear with a star in the top right corner. If you're not sure if your ID complies with real ID, again, you can just use your passport and they'll be able to actually let you in. Now, that enforcement has started, so passengers who do not present real ID or another TSA acceptable form of identification could expect to face delays with additional screening and the possibility of not being allowed into the security checkpoint. We were actually able to talk to the spokesperson for the San Diego International Airport. Here's what she told us this morning.
Understand it. TSA is really the one who is organizing and has the master plan for how they're going to help people get to their flight. And ultimately, everyone wants the customers, people traveling, to get to their flight. I do understand that there will be additional screening, so that's where we want people to make sure that they have the appropriate ID. And also just everyone planning ahead, because if you have the correct ID, there could be someone else that might not, and it could hold the line up a little bit. But as far as I can see this morning, things are really going kind of as normal.
So definitely good to hear that things are coming pretty smoothly. They're going really smoothly. But there are signs currently posted at checkpoints in both Terminal 1 and 2 here at the airport. So that kind of reminds travelers about that Real ID enforcement. We know that also the San Diego International Airport has also brought additional staff for anybody who has maybe some questions or are still unsure of what can happen if you don't have that Real ID. So they'll be here to answer all those questions. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Regina, thanks for that. In 90 minutes, the College of Cardinals will begin the process of electing a new pope. A live look at St. Peter's Square, where Cardinals will gather at the Sistine Chapel.
Look at this place. I mean, getting to see this from here is pretty incredible. So all of this comes now less than 3 weeks after the death of Pope Francis. We want to send it over to CBS 8's Chris Groh, joining us live in studio to explain the centuries-old process and what we can all expect, Chris.
A history in the making right now. The world watching to see who will lead 1.4 billion Catholics. Even for many that are not religious and not Catholic, the process of the conclave is captivating. It's proven so over time. Now, it's like looking through a window into the past where 133 cardinals will decide the future of the church. They attended a final mass this morning. They will then be sequestered, completely cut off from the outside world. No cell service, no internet. They'll instead vote inside the Sistine Chapel once today and then 4 times every day after. They will cast their ballots until they reach a 2/3 consensus. 3 differently sized papal robes are already made and on standby, ready for their choice. Now, who will slip into that robe and how long will it take? Those are some questions that crowds outside will have to wait to find out the answers to. Then, as so many know, they will let the world know if a choice is made with smoke, black meaning no pope has been chosen, or white smoke indicating a new pope has been elected. It could take days.
Experience, and there's no chatting. It's with military precision.
Now, as for what the new pope will be like, what kind of teachings will they insist on, a new CBS News poll showed that 42% of U.S. Catholics hope that the next pontiff will carry out Pope Francis's teachings. Netta?
Okay, Chris, thank you for that. And if you do want to learn more about how this whole conclave works, go to our streaming platform, CBS 8 Plus. Our new special explores how the Catholic cardinals from around the world will elect Pope Francis' successor. Be sure to download CBS 8 Plus on your TV and watch for free.
This morning, 5 people are facing human smuggling charges after a boat capsized near Torrey Pines, killing 3 people. A 14-year-old boy from India was among those killed Monday morning. His 10-year-old sister was on the boat and is still missing. 4 others were rescued and hospitalized, including the boy's parents. His father is in a coma. Authorities say 2 Mexican nationals were arrested there at the beach. Monday night, Border Patrol agents in Chula Vista located 8 of the missing migrants, with the exception of the 10-year-old girl. Agents arrested 3 more people. Homeland Security continuing to investigate. This morning, state lawmakers are reversing course on a child sex trafficking bill. Democratic leaders are expected to reinstate the original language in a bill that would make it a felony to buy a 16 or 17-year-old for sex. Currently, that is treated as a misdemeanor. Last week, some state Democrats blocked Assembly Bill 379 from moving forward unless those stiffer penalties were removed. That move led to a firestorm of criticism.
Do we say, oh, we're going to protect you, you're 15, but we're not going to protect you from these terrible buyers that are buying you like you're some kind of hamburger in a drive-through? We're not going to protect you. Oh, you missed the mark. You missed your chance because you're 16.
These changes are expected to be officially proposed at today's State Assembly Appropriations Committee meeting. AB 379 would ultimately have to be passed by the full Assembly and the State Senate and signed by the governor.
This morning, Scripps Health is once again a provider within the Anthem Blue Cross network. Both sides just reached the final terms of an agreement. Their previous contract expired at the end of last year. The two had several months of failed negotiations. Thousands of patients were left to either find a new doctor or pay out-of-network prices for the care they had been receiving. But now that will be covered as in-network with this contract.
Yeah. Midweek here on this Wednesday, and in the middle of this swoop up to these warmer temperatures, right?
Swoop up.
It's going to be a big swoop.
It's going to be a big one.
Especially compared to last weekend.
Yeah.
Today, last couple days, really, we've been still holding on to a good amount of cloud cover. We've still had temperatures just in the 60s. Today is kind of the kickoff, you could say, of those warmer temperatures, as we're expected to see mid-70s across our inland valleys. That high of 74 degrees is an average over the valley floors. Across our coastline, 68 degrees, and the marine layer that is present yet again, that shouldn't come as a big surprise, is much more patchy than it has been for past mornings, which gives us good indication that we're moving in the direction of sunshine very quickly. 69 over the mountains today, 85 for the deserts. There's a possibility that as those clouds pull back along the coast and inland, that we see some clouds this afternoon form over our local mountains. Might even see a little bit of green pop up there, indication that there's the possibility of some showers for our local mountaintops. But it is exclusive to Palomar Mountain, Mount Laguna, Julian, Pine Valley, for example, and does not show any impact to our coastline or inland valleys. Santee, El Cajon this afternoon, 75. Mira Mesa, 71, along with La Mesa. 69 for San Diego, 62 for La Jolla, 69 for Oceanside, 73 in Fallbrook this afternoon, and 71 in Poway. Take a look at that 10-day temperature trend that shows that between now and Saturday, those temperatures climb pretty rapidly. We get it all the way up to 82 degrees along our coastline. Yes, that's a possibility out by the coast by Saturday, but very quickly on its heels, a trough of low pressure comes in and helps to slide our temperatures back down to the cooler than average range as early as Monday of next week. So it is a short-lived warming trend that we'll be looking for, but it could bring the difference from this past weekend to this upcoming weekend to about a 30 to 40 degree change that we'll be seeing overall. So say goodbye to the clouds, say goodbye to the cooler temperatures, more mild temperatures, because we are in for a nice warming trend Thursday through Saturday especially. Checking in on your drive times outside so far, we've been seeing that slower speeds haven't been all that prevalent on the 163 northbound or the 8 westbound. However, Coronado Bridge is slowing down to 35 miles per hour from downtown to Coronado. It's still only a 4-minute commute over the bridge. Let's take a look at your border wait times while we're at it. It's a 130-minute wait. It's going to take you over 2 hours to get across the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Could take you about 2.5 hours at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry this morning. It's about a 150-minute wait in total.